Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Gulfstream today. Ron Nicoletti along with Katie Stazak, and we are kicking off a 4-day race week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And what better way to kick off a weekday with a great carryover in the Rainbow Six, approaching $192,000. We have an 8-race program today, so it's races 3 through 8. Oh, but we're not done in the last race. We have a carryover in the Super High 5 of just over $2,800. We have a fast main track firm turf course. It's a warm and beautiful day here in South Florida. Katie, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a couple of days. We've been off for 3 days, live days.
We have. We've been a little bit on and off with our schedule, 5 days, 4 days. We're back on for a great 4-day race week, and I am very excited about that carryover. That is some number.
You're getting to some number, and then as the week progresses, we have a couple of stakes on Saturday, a 9-race card tomorrow. It's going to be a really fun week here at Gulfstream Park. We're going to delve right into the Thursday card, and the first race today is on the turf course, and as I mentioned, the turf course listed as firm, 7.5 furlongs claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, non-winners of 2 races in life, or 3-year-olds. The claiming level is $16,000. Actually lost my best bet of the afternoon here with the number 7, Enigma. Also scratched the number 9, Petit Lépine, and scratched the main track only number 13. I scratched into the number 11 horse in here, Polly My Love. But you went with the 2 Turf Fast. I originally had this horse in 3rd, and I moved him up. I want to know why you put him right on top.
This horse is a...
Or on top, excuse me.
This is a horse that has actually gotten me a couple times. I didn't put her on top of the ticket, sometimes not on the ticket at all, and she's run very well. So I'm going to give her another shot today. I love the way she's been running. But last time out, she took a big step up in competition, contested the Tiger Lily overnight handicap, and she's going to find herself in much better company today. In this start, 2 starts back at this level, she was second, only beaten a length when turf sprinting, and 3 starts back, she was a winner at this distance. So getting back to that today, think she can return to that winning form. She's the only 2-time winner in the field.
Yeah, she looks like a logical choice, especially with the 7 Enigma, who I thought was kick in the pants in the opener today. I scratched into number 11, Polly My Love, who's stepping up to the next logical level after parlaying a stalking trip and a late rally into really a $16,000 maiden victory at the distance. The trainer is Juan Rodriguez. Got Edgar Prado in the saddle, but stepping up against the winners, looking for 2 in a row. And as I say, did not have on the top of my ticket. Got the 2 Turf Fast for all the reasons that you mentioned in there. Going back, the only 2-time winner in the field. And we both threw in the number 1, Caribbean Princess.
Well, she's going to get her tag cut in half today. That should be a big draw for this filly. Weekend to finish 7th against $30,000 claimers last time out on May 16th. That was her first time against winners, so she had a little bit of an excuse. That's always a very tough thing to do. She broke her maiden by an impressive 5.5 lengths back on May 3rd. She's in a much better spot to face winners today.
And please note that the number 4 horse in your wild card hit will race with blinkers on this afternoon. Let's go to race number 2 on the Thursday card. We're going to the fast main track. 6 furlong maiden claim is 3-year-olds and up, $35,000. Jockey change on the number 4 horse in here and make the rider Luis Figueroa. And we have some news about the jockey, apprentice jockey Harry Hernandez. He took a spill during the morning hours yesterday, broke his thumb. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. And as soon as we get some updates, we'll let him know.
Yeah, that's why you see so many jockey changes today. He's off all his mounts, wishing him a speedy recovery. He's been riding lights out, so that's a very unfortunate accident, but at least it's just a thumb. That's pretty easily fixable, so hopefully he'll be back soon.
Yeah, when you're young like you, when you're old like me, it can take about 14 years. Let's go back and show you the horse that we both have in 3rd, its performance, and that's the number 6 horse in here, Macherato.
Yeah, you're going to see 2 horses in here. Ron, you actually have the 5 Pioneer Pete on top. He's also coming out of this race. But take a look at the 1 Macherato. Did not break well last time out. Here, take a look at Pioneer Pete, who I thought ran the race of his life, finally showing some speed at this 6 furlong distance, and he's going to just miss the win in this race, while Macherato, recovering from that poor start, is going to get up for 3rd. I thought this was a really solid effort for both horses, and therefore they both merit a spot on the ticket. Actually put neither of them on top, but I wouldn't be surprised if they won. But tell us more about Pioneer Pete.
Well, adding blinkers. I think that's the key today. We'll be outfitted with those blinkers after dueling throughout, and you saw just get beat that head at this level and distance. Mickey Kroger is the trainer, Pedro Cotto Jr. in the saddle, and I just thought with the addition of the blinkers, it'll, keep this horse more focused through the stretch run, so put it on top of my ticket. But you have the number 7 who I have in second, and that is JT Munnings, who's dropping.
He is dropping. This is going to be a career-low tag for him today. He finished 5th in a maiden special weight here on May 30th. I just thought he should really appreciate the class relief against this group, especially as he's receiving Lasix for the first time. Maybe he bled in that race last time out. So getting that boost with the Lasix and also dropping in class, I had to put him on top.
Yeah, and getting in light, too, with apprentice Brandon Boulanger. And you saw the reason that we both picked the number 6 Mascherano in third, because this horse, after that slow beginning, really recovered and ran well. Let's go to race number 3 today, and this one is a 5-furlong sprint on the turf. Maiden claim is 3-year-olds and up, and as we mentioned, Harry Hernandez will be off his mounts for the foreseeable future, and the rider on the 4 will now be Eddie Castro, and please make the weight 118 pounds. We both went with the number 1 Unbroken Circle, who's going to depart from the rail today after breaking from post 10, goes up, duels for the lead, weakens from his earlier efforts to finish 5th against Similar, which was his first start in about 14 months. So the old proverbial screws should be tightened this afternoon.
Absolutely, and that was also his turf sprinting debut. So I think he should again move forward second time on this surface and distance. Edgar Zayas is going to pick up the mount today. I think that's definitely going to give him a boost as well.
Yeah, we mentioned the jockey change on the number 4 horse in here, and that is Rapid Lightning. We both have that one on the ticket, and I believe this one is 10-1 on the morning line. Let's see how that works out, but we both use number 4 Rapid Lightning.
Yeah, well, last time out, he was more than 30-1 on the board. So you're seeing a big drop in the odds today, and I think he's a great value at 10-1. Really thought he showed a new level of grit last time out. Re-rallied, had the lead, lost it, came back, ended up finishing second, was beaten less than 2 lengths. You're not going to get those 30-1 odds today, like we mentioned, but I couldn't put him on top just because I think he needs to prove his consistency a little bit more.
Number 2, Neto, will give the turf a try after showing speed and tiring late in a series of sprint races. It was against similar quality on the main track, both here and at Tampa. Now the horse has to prove he can translate that, speed to the different surface today.
Yeah, but he's run over well as a whole, just in general. Hit the board in 3 of 5 starts. We'll see if he likes this surface, but he's definitely run well to merit consideration.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if he takes to the turf if he can win this race, because the 1 horse Unbroken Circle making the second start off of that extended layoff. We're going to go to race number 4 today, and it's a 1-mile allowance optional claimers for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. The claiming level is $16,000. Scratch, I know, is my top pick. I don't know about Katie's number 4, Lucky Switch. Also note the jockey on the number 5 is Edgar Zayas. The weight today will be 121 pounds. I had the 4 on top. I scratched into number 3, Odachi.
I did the same exact thing. Ralph Nix had 2. Now he has 1, but he can still win the race with Odachi. She's been running in good company, this daughter of First Samurai. Finished 3rd behind the stakes-winning Huasca, 2 starts back, and 2nd behind Distinta, a nice one from the Gustavo Delgado barn last time out on May 9th. We'll see if she can break through today, but I think, she's a logical choice in here without the 4 Lucky Switch in the field.
Yeah, and that was his couple stablemate, and Ralph Nix pretty good with horses stretching out in distance, over 25%, about 27%. So Adachi, with the scratch of its stablemate, looks like the logical choice in there. I went with the number 6 Simplistic in second, who's stepping up the competition today, returning to the main track, hoping to post her 4th consecutive victory in what is clearly her favorite distance on the main track. She's had 4 races at this distance, 3 wins in the 3rd. She's never been better.
Yeah, she's running really well. I just wasn't sure about the step up in class with some of these others, but I would not be surprised at all if she ran a race and was right up there. I think with the scratch of Lucky Switch, which might have been a single for me in the Rainbow Six today, you definitely need to go deep in this short field.
Yeah, with Simplistic. Now the horse that you had in second in here, Dirty Martini, this one I think is going to be interesting. It hasn't run in a long, long time.
A lot of question marks, but what leads me to believe that she can run well, she's returning from almost a 2-year layoff for trainer Marty Wolfson, is that she's coming back. you know, being off for that long, the connections must have thought highly of her to keep her in training and for this long to want to bring her back. So she must have some quality to her, may need a race, but I threw her on the ticket even with the question mark.
Yeah, I sort of felt that same way, but if you look at her last race, as you mentioned, which was almost 2 years ago, it was only 2 lifetime claiming race. So, I mean, she wasn't in stakes company, so a bit of a red flag for me there, but I wouldn't be surprised, especially as you mentioned with the major scratch in here of the number 4 Lucky Switch. You also added the 2 Bella Colina.
Hasn't been running great numbers, but she's taken a step down from in competition, was running in $75,000 optional claimers, so I thought she had the class edge to just throw on the ticket with the scratch.
Yeah, so we'll see how that works out. The race shape change there with Odachi and Simplistic for me, and you see the 3 and 5 for Katie in race number 4. And as we mentioned, that's where the Super High 5 starts. The Rainbow Six, it starts in race number 3 with an 8 race card. The 5th race this afternoon, 7.5 furlongs on the turf, claim is fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, non-winners of 3 in life, or a race in 6 months. That's December 18th, $8,000. The jockey on the 7, Edgar Zayas, the weight 121, scratch the 8, 13, 14, 15 and 16, and I have number 10, Run Gia Run on top of my ticket, and you have the 7, Defying Gravity. Why?
Well, I'm not surprised that you have Defying Gravity lower on the ticket because she needs to rebound. She disappointed last time out, but I'm going to take a look to 2 starts back when she won at the $16,000 level. She's dropping that tag in half today, finished 6th last time out. I just think dropping in for a career low, she can rebound for trainer Jose Pinchin. But I do have Rungia Run in 2nd. I think she's going to run really well. Tell me why you put her on top.
She shortened up slightly today after opening a 4-length lead and prior to settling for 3rd versus $16,000 optional claimers. That was going a mile, dropped to the $8,000 level. I think it's a plus for the start of Cowtown Cat. I think this is the logical spot. Shorten up that little bit of distance. A couple of things I like about it. $8,000. From the last time, 16,000. It's a considerable drop. Having on the ticket, we both used the number 4, Silikova.
Well, she boasts a win, a 2nd, and a 3rd from 4 starts at this distance, so we know she runs well, 7.5 furlongs on the grass. She's stretching out today after making a late bid to get up for 4th, just a half length from 3rd when Turf sprinting on May 9th. Going to debut for the Ron Spatz Barn today, and I think she's going to be much happier returning to this distance.
Yeah, I think she'll do very well in there. So 10, 4, and 7. We basically have the same horses in there. Just box them around in here, and this kicks off our final pick 4 of the afternoon with races 5, 6, 7, and number 8. The 6th race today, 6 furlong claim is 3-year-olds and up. Non-winners of a race since December 18th. That's a race in 6 months. This is a calendar condition claimer. We got a jock change on the 4, Pedro Caro Jr. Make the weight 123 pounds. And boy, sure looks like Alico Castle. If you're thinking of singling somebody, this one might be the one.
He's in a fantastic spot today. He's made his last 18 starts in either an allowance or an open company claimer. Gonna face condition claimers today. Finished 2nd in open company last time out for trainer Peter Walder. He's such a hard-knocking campaigner, going to be fresh, a 7-time winner at the distance. There's just so much to like about him here. Yeah,
Peter Walder good with this type of layoff, and as I mentioned, that's where the jockey change comes. It'll be Pedro Caro Jr. and not the apprentice Harry Hernandez. The 2-horse time concern brings a smile to my face because this horse beat me twice across town at Gulfstream Park West. Every time I pick this horse, he doesn't run. When I pick him, he run. When I don't pick him, he wins. So we're going to see Time Concern shows back-to-back bullet workouts and a recent 5 furlong drill in 59 flat, which is motoring in preparation for the first start since a couple of poor showings here during February, March. That's when I picked him. But the trainer Gilberto Zerpa has Josie Gomez named on this 6-time winner at the distance. This horse ran exceptionally well at Gulfstream Park West a couple of races. Coming back, I like the bullet workouts. I think there's a good spot for number 2, Time Concern. Do not let me down.
Here's hoping. We both use Great Victorian. I have him in 3rd. So do you. I think this one, this 10-year-old, going to look to break a streak of second-itis today, and maybe he can do it in this spot. He's finished 2nd in each of his last 2 starts, beaten less than 2 lengths each time. And he was only beaten a length last time out and finished ahead of a horse that I have in second called the Jackal, although that one was returning for a lengthy layoff. I think he can be better second start back, but I think those two will also figure in this race.
Yeah, the Jackal going to break from the inside today with Jose Caraballo in the saddle, and you think this one has a shot again here?
Yeah, he should be better second start back. I thought he ran well coming off the freshening, was off for more than 4 months, and I like Jose Caraballo staying aboard.
Yeah, and he's been riding in great form. Let's go to race number 7, our feature event of the afternoon. It's 1 mile on the turf, an allowance optional claimer, 3-year-olds and up, $62,500. And we have a couple of serious scratches in here. I know my first 2 selections, the 5 Air Bueno is my second choice, and the number 6 Grand Tito just had 2 oodles of class, is not going to race today, and I scratched into the number 4 Joe's Blazing Aaron, who's now in the Peter Waldebarn, and I think this horse has a total tactical advantage now with the speed that this horse usually shows on this track. Loves Gulfstream, 9 races here, 3 wins, 2 seconds and a third. That he was in graded stakes companies at 10 and 12 furlongs. That was at Santa Anita during March and April, and Peter Walder does a great job with new additions to his barn, and this horse is a crowd favorite here. He's going to be on the lead.
Yeah, and he's a graded stakes winner. He's won here. He's coming over from California. I wonder if Walder acquired him when he went over there for the big cap with Senor Quisquillano. But I think this horse has a great shot with the scratches and has plenty of class. I'm excited to see him run, though I am very disappointed not to see Grand Tito
Yeah,
today.
I was waiting to see Grand Tito too. This horse, believe me, will be on the engine playing catch me if you can. The horse you have in second, I have in third, is the number 3 Oklahoma Den, who is also trained by Chuck Simon, who trained one of the horses that's scratching here, Air Bueno.
Yeah, he finished 4th, just a length and a quarter behind a top horse at this level in Golden Rifle, and also Air Bueno that we mentioned, who scratched. Not only was he coming off a layoff that day, but he was stepping up in class. I thought that was a pretty impressive performance. At this level again, should be better second start off the layoff.
You know, Galler Award, a winner of the 2014 Grade 3 Palm Beach Handicap, goes to from Todd Pletcher's barn to Juan Rodriguez's barn, but it's his first start in 11 plus months, but this horse has some really nice back class.
Another really intriguing horse today with some question marks, but like you said, he has the back class and he loves this course. 2 for 3 here, with his only loss being in his career debut when he finished second.
Yeah, so this becomes a wide open affair now, I think, with the scratch of Grand Tito and Air Bueno. Even though Joe's Blazing Aaron might enjoy a little bit of a tactical advantage, shipping in from California. So I think when you put your Rainbow Six ticket together, or even your late daily double, whatever, I think you got to go a little deeper in this race. I don't think it's as easy as Joe's Blazing Aaron using that speed to just go on. I think you might have to use a couple more.
This was the go-to single race with Grand Tito.
Oh, yeah.
It no longer is.
Right.
You have to go deep.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Race number 8 today is a 6-furlong claimer for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, non-winners of 2 races in life or 3-year-olds, $6,250. Scratch the 4 Venom Girl, scratch the 8 Just a Coyote, and note the jockey on the number 9 horse is Edgar Zayas, and the weight will be 116 pounds. And you went with the number 10 horse in here, Flashy Holiday, who I did not use on my ticket. Tell me why, 7-2 on the morning line.
Yeah, well, I can see why you didn't put her on the ticket, because she's coming in from out of town.
Right.
So she's unproven here. This is going to be her Gulfstream Park debut, but she's finished second in her last 2 starts against similar in both Kentucky and Arkansas over Oakland. I think she just finds a good spot and has the experience edge against winners that many of these horses lack in here. I really like Gotcha Key that you have on top. And tell me why, but I had to give the edge to Flashy Holiday because it had the experience against winners.
Yeah, and in the Ronnie Werner barn, talking about the number 10. The number 11, Gotcha Key, is stepping up to the next level after responding to a drop in competition last time out, really with a rousing $10,000 maiden score at the distance. The daughter of keyed entry, looks strong. This field is all struggling to produce their second career victories, and I just thought off that performance, number 11, Gotcha Key, albeit stepping up from the maiden win, I know all of that, just looks like a logical choice, a spot for this horse to go to the next level.
Absolutely. Plus, she has the experience here at Gulfstream, and she's proven to be consistent even though she only has 1 win, 4 for 6 in the money.
Yeah, I think she's going to run really well. And the other horse I used on my ticket, who you did not use, a little disagreement in here, which is fun, and that's Rowana Daytona. This one is stretching out today to 6 furlongs again, hoping to finally notch, as I mentioned, mentioned, that elusive second lifetime victory. 19 races with only one win, 3 seconds and 5/3. Tammy Levy's the trainer. Edgar Prado in the saddle, and that's what made me look at this horse a little bit more. 6-1 on the morning line. I just think that this race sets up perfectly for a horse that, everybody in the field struggling for that second win. This one, maybe not win it, be on the Super High Five ticket.
I originally had the 4 Venom Girl in third on my ticket. I really looked hard at Rowena Daytona, and I ended up throwing on the ticket the 7 Appealing Beauty that you also have, who was third just behind Rowena Daytona in her last start. She was 5 wide that day. I think with a ground-saving trip, she might have been able to edge Rowena Daytona, and I think with a better trip today, she could get a piece of this, so that's why I threw her on.
Yeah, she's a late striding type, and she's one of those classics horses. She's from the Marcus Vitale barn, and that can definitely close and be part of the exacta trifecta. Of course, the Super High Five in the last race, which we have that carryover of over $2,800 in there. So a 7 Appealing Beauty. More of the reason why I put this horse on my ticket. Maybe not to win it, but I just thought this horse could certainly be in the top 5 for sure.
I'm in complete agreement with you there.
So, well, that's how we see the Thursday card. We have an 8-race card. As we mentioned, we have a fast-made track. We have a firm turf course. We got that great carryover of $192,000. It's going to be way over $200,000 anyway, and that starts in race number 3. We also got that carryover in the Super High Five.
And we know how well they bet into that when there's a carryover.
Yes.
Big numbers.
Yeah, so we'll see how this day goes for Katie and I. We're going to have a fun day here at Gulfstream Park. Remember, we're running Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week at beautiful Gulfstream Park.
Good luck.